All right, my BIBLEin365 brothers and sisters, we are now embarking upon the book of 1 Thessalonians. And folks, this one is a doozy. I can tell you this right now. You are going to absolutely love this book, and it is going to answer a lot of questions that you might have about eschatology. Now, a lot of people, when they hear the word eschatology, kind of look at it as
eschatology.
Some people might look at it as
eschatology, what?
Well, let me tell you what eschatology means. It means the study of end times. And in essence, 1 Thessalonians is amazing for this subject. First of all, you need to understand what's going on with those of the Thessalonians that Paul was ministering to. They were very concerned about some of the teaching that was going on regarding the last days. As a matter of fact, Paul goes and spends a good amount of time with them, and in that time talked to them about the rapture of the church, talked to them about the resurrection of the believer's body, and spoke to them about a whole lot more subjects, many of the subjects that, of course, were spoken to with the Corinthian church and many of the other churches around. And what was very unique was after the Apostle Paul left Thessalonica, what happened were there were a lot of false teachers that were coming in behind him and trying to build on his foundation, or in many cases simply try to take advantage of the fact that he was not there, and then basically sort of hustle their way into the minds and the hearts of the body of Christ. And so what began to happen was they started teaching all kinds of things that were not true about what was going on in the last days. And as a result, the Apostle Paul had to find himself coming back in and correcting all of the things that they were being told. As a matter of fact, one of the most prominent areas of 1 Thessalonians would have to be in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and chapter 5, because the believers at that time, the Thessalonian church, was very concerned about what was going to happen with those people that died prior to the rapture and how they were going to be joined up together and so on and so forth. And the Apostle Paul gives some really beautiful words in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and chapter 5 and talks about the fact of all of the facts that surround the rapture and what's going to happen at that point. And if you are one of those type of people that's really, really scared of the rapture, and you kind of hear things like,
"You've been left behind."
It's kind of psycho, is it? Remember that old Thief in the Night movie? Anyway, you don't have to be scared, because as believers, if you are walking with the Lord, if you have given your life to Christ, you will be numbered amongst those that are raptured, assuming that the rapture happens in our lifetime, which I think is a relatively safe assumption. But what is really incredible is when you learn the facts about it, I think it will absolutely blow your mind. Now, with this video, I will release a link to a Bible study that I did called "What About the Rapture?" I think it will totally bless you if you're really worried about that. And then on top of that, I would encourage you to go through my teachings of 1 and 2 Thessalonians, the ones that I recently did, and I think it will really encourage you. If you're one of those guys that's really scared about the rapture, guys or girls, that's really scared about the rapture, learning this book the way it was intended to be learned will eliminate all of those fears, and it will teach you a lot about some subjects that a lot of pastors, quite frankly, are really scared to teach. I'm not. I'm excited to teach those things. So, of course, you can go to jameskaddis.com, calvarychapelsignalhill.com. You can go to lightonthehillradio.com. You can go to our app. We have all of it available. It is also on, did I say available? I just said available. We have all of that available as well at Rumble and YouTube. We have the live teachings there that we recorded. I guess it wouldn't be live anymore. Anyway, all through the book of 1 Thessalonians and 2 Thessalonians, which I'm going to do an intro to that very soon. You are going to love this stuff, and you guys are going to be blown away. You're going to be ministered to. Go back and listen to those studies. I think they'll be a great encouragement. Love you guys. God bless you. Keep fighting the good fight. And don't forget this fact: Jesus is coming soon. And by the way, that's a good thing. God bless you.